Hey guys, I'm Jalisia. Welcome back to my channel. Over here we talk about beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and handbags. So if you are into that, just keep on watching. So in this video, I definitely have to go over, a couple people, or not a couple people, but a lot of the YouTube community, they are having some concerns over luxury, basically like, is luxury changing? And then there's also another trend that is going on TikTok, which is underconsumption. So I really feel like these two go hand in hand, and I am just going to be going over that today. So let's get into it. So first, we're going to be going over the claims about luxury is changing. So I feel like there are a couple points to why people are feeling like this. So let's get into the first point. So I am someone that kind of blames everything on social media. So my first point is, with social media, I feel like things are just faster. Meaning, a girl can show an outfit or a handbag or shoes or something like that, and then it can go super viral. And it's going viral a lot faster. I feel like back then, before social media was like so big, I feel like trends got around a lot more slower. Okay, so it will take, maybe a few months, and the trend will also last a couple months, or a trend will last like a season or two. But nowadays, because people are getting onto these trends so much faster, and people are also, I guess, like blowing through them, so they'll try to keep up with the trends faster, and then they kind of get burnt out from the trend, and then they're on to the next one, basically. Like, for example, I feel like the Bottega Andiamo was like such a huge viral trend, and I love it, and I still want that bag. I actually want that bag in white. And so for a while it was all about, the original Andiamo bag. It came in small, medium, large, and that was like a big thing. And then I feel like all of a sudden the Andiamo clutch came out, and that was like the new viral bag, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we was just on the Andiamo toe, like, and now we're on to the Andiamo clutch. Like can we like slow down just a little bit and actually like enjoy these trends? And honestly, I do feel like whenever there is a trendy bag, like, sometimes I don't think that I'm into the bag at the time that everyone is into it, because sometimes you really have to tell and like be with yourself to know, like, do I really like this because of the style? Is this really practical and functional for my life, or is it just because of the trend? But when you see something constantly in your face, you're scrolling and it's constantly there, I feel like eventually, like, sometimes you can succumb to the trend. So that's the thing. I just feel like social media just makes trends like so much more in your face, and it's just so much faster. Like, the trends get blown through. So I feel like, yes, like that can definitely cause burnout, and then that can also lead to oversaturation, which is my second point. These designers are competing so hard for their space and for a piece of the pie and for their time. I feel like back then it was a bit more, I would say, separated, and designers had like their own thing and their own style, and I do feel like they still have that, but I feel like they're so competitive that sometimes they're just not original, and they're in such a race, like, to outdo each other or to make the competition more equal. So for example, when the row was like super big with the Margot bag, and I feel like they still are, but when it was at like its peak, which was Q3, Q4 of last year, Q1 of this year, other brands started to come out with like their own version of it. Prada came out with a damn identical bag to the Margot, and it's like original much, like what? Like, I don't know, I just feel like you don't really expect luxury brands to like bite off of other brands so hard, you know? So they are constantly just trying to one up each other, and I just feel like that just makes them put things out a lot faster, because this was put out like in the height of the Margot, you know, spectacle. And they're being so fast and putting so many things out that it's like, what's special, you know? Because I feel like before too, products were not put out so fast before with these designers. And you know, I'm 28, so you know, if you're like older and you remember that maybe things like they were, you know, fast, like let me know. But I just feel like pieces were a bit more special and a bit more intentional back then, and I just feel like it's just so oversaturated. And I feel like these designers, they're not really clutching to like what is their thing. Like they're just trying to, they're not like, they are staying in their lane, but they're also like trying to swerve into other designers' lanes, and it's just too much. So it's just very oversaturated right now at the moment. And then my other point is gonna have to be the quality. And this has been very disappointing, and this has actually been a huge topic of conversation when it comes on to Chanel. And Chanel was supposed to be one of, you know, the top tier, but their quality issues has been very embarrassing for the price that they are trying to sell these bags at. So at this point, a lot of people are mainly going to vintage bags, and then also those bags had 24 karat gold CC on it, and it's just, people aren't really seeing where their money is going, because there's all these quality issues, and then the price, it keeps on going up and up. So at this point, it's now becoming disrespectful to consumers. So with the quality issues, and then also I also feel like, you know, another topic is the Prada nylon, which a lot of people, you know, they can't really justify the price for nylon. But then on top of it, the nylon is feeling kind of flimsy. Like it's just seeming flimsy. And in this economy right now, I feel like people are really wanting a bang for their buck. So paying all this money and then having quality issues, it's just not, it's not cute. Like, and I feel like people are being more just more intentional about where they're putting their dollar into the luxury space. So I feel like luxury is changing, as far as I feel like luxury is semi kind of losing the luster just a little bit. And because of that, I also feel like consumers are being more intentional with their money. And I just feel like people now are being more so of luxury, like smart shoppers. You know, I love me some pre-loved stuff. I always have. I've been talking about pre-loved and believed in pre-loved for a very long time. And yeah, I just feel like people are seeing that these bags that are like a little bit older have better quality, and you can just get more for your money at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things are changing. I feel like the luxury is changing. I feel like the luxury consumer is changing, and the economy is changing right along with it. But do I think that luxury is ending? Absolutely not. People are still going to be buying luxury. Luxury is still gonna have its shine. I just think that right now the luster is dimming down just a little bit because people are becoming smarter. They're not like foaming at the mouth for like any luxury thing. I feel like it's very much intentional now for people. But yeah, the economy is changing. Luxury is changing. A lot of things are changing, but I do not think that luxury is ending. People are just being smarter. So to go now into the whole underconsumption trend now that is TikTok, this is also a direct correlation of everything that is going on. People are trying to be a lot smarter, and honestly, I am happy that this is being done because I have always felt, and this is why I started my business a couple years ago, because I just couldn't believe, and I love perfumes. Like, I am a girl's girl. Like, there are certain things that I like, but I just felt like people would have shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves of perfume. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, people don't need to have this much stuff to enjoy their stuff. And so that's why with my business, I wanted to do a curation of 3 of the best fragrances for the season. So it's a deluxe size. You focus on those 3. Once it finishes, then you decide if you want to buy the full bottle. It comes in nice, luxurious packaging. Like, I wanted the experience to be really nice. But I just seen that online, and if you're interested, if it sounds like up your lane, you could go to JalisiaCollective.com. But at the time, I was seeing online that people were just being, it was excessive. It was just so excessive. Like, why do you need 200 bottles of perfume? Like, do you know how long it's gonna take you to go through that? And by the time you even get to a perfume, the chemicals probably done changed in it. I don't know, but I just felt like it's just been very excessive for a very long time. And I feel like, yeah, people, and it's just like with, the logo mania. And then now we're kind of in the opposite, which is the quiet luxury. It's the same thing. Like, before, we were in access when it came on to products. And now people are kind of burnt out from that, and also burnt out from seeing that, and I feel like now the big thing are the fridge restocks, and it's like now that's even a luxury. So I feel like for some people it can be aspirational, but for some people it can be kind of depressing, because with the height of grocery prices, and then you're restocking your fridge as if it's like a hotel place, and some people are probably like, damn, how can she afford to buy all those groceries? I'm just trying to afford my necessities. So I feel like right now that's not something that people want to see. People do not want to see you over consuming. People just, I feel like, just don't care to see it anymore. And there's some people who still does enjoy it, but I definitely feel like the underconsumption trend, it is just a reflection of our times and where people is at mentally. So yeah, I think that's that. But I also don't think that, to live your life a certain way, you need to have a trend every second of the time. Yeah, those are my thoughts, and I feel like it was gonna be like this sooner or later. And yes, so that's it for this video. If you watched all the way, you know, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then also like let me know your opinion on this. Let me know your opinion on luxury. How have your mindset been about buying new luxury purchases? And then also let me know how you feel about the underconsumption. You know, if it's just like kind of gimmicky, you know, were you already under consuming because just, you know, look at the state of the economy, or yeah, let me know your opinions about those two things. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.